Part 2 of long division. So how do you think I need to write this? Good. 4x minus 1, and then we have our long division, and I have 8x squared plus 34x minus 1. So, you guys want to try this one on your own? Perfect. I think that's a great idea. I'm going to give you a minute to try it on your own. And you can show me your answers. Perfect. Good. Good.
Oh wait, except for your divide thing, this is should always be divide whatever you are doing.
Okay, so here we go. A lot of you got it, a few of you didn't. Some of you kind of tried. Okay, so we have 4x and 8x squared. So 4x times what makes 8x squared? 2x. I line it up with my plain x term. We have to take this 2x and multiply to each term. 2x times 4x is 8x squared. 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. Okay, now what do I do? Alistair, pay attention. Okay, now what? Change signs. That's negative. This is a positive. These cancel. We add down and I get 36x, and I bring down my negative 1. What two terms am I looking at now? First two, 4x and 36x. So 4x times what will make 36x? Positive 9. So that means I have plus 9 here. 9 times 4x is what? 36x. And I have to take 9 times negative 1, which makes negative 9. Now, what's next? Good, subtract. So this becomes a minus and this becomes a plus. These cancel. Negative 1 and 9 make 8. So my remainder, I write that as plus 8 divided by 4x minus 1. How many of you still feel really confused? Okay. All right. Is there any piece on this that you want me to go back through? Not right now. Okay. We'll do another one and I'll come back and work with you in a little bit. Okay. So this one has 3 terms. It is the same thing, but remember when you choose a number, you're going to have to multiply it to 3 terms. Okay? So let's write out our long division. We have 2x squared minus x plus 3 divides into 6x cubed minus 5x squared plus 15x minus 5. So even though there are 3 terms, yes. Oh, I'll check in just a minute. I'm going to do this one with us here. If you already did this problem, the answer is 3x minus 1 plus the remainder is 5x minus 2 over 2x squared minus x plus 3. Okay. So, even though there's 3 terms here, it's nothing different than what we've already done. You're just looking at your first 2 terms again. So 2x squared times what will make 6x cubed? 3x. Where am I going to line it up? Very good, with the 15x, because it's a plain x. So that's where my 3x is going to be. Say that again? As long as you get the right answer, you're okay. I just find that if you line it up right, then you will see that you have nothing left over, and you'll know that you only have like 2 terms here for your answer, plus the remainder. So it's like a way of organizing, but... Alright, so Eddie, are you getting this with us?
Yes.
Please sit up. Okay, so now I'm taking 3x and I'm multiplying it through here. So 3x times 2x squared is 6x cubed. Good. 3x times negative x is negative 3x squared. Good. 3x times 3 is positive 9x. Okay? And what do I need to do now? Good. Change all your signs. We are subtracting. So this is a negative, positive, negative. When we go through here, these cancel. What do you do with a negative and a positive? Subtract and take the sign of the. So I have negative 2x squared. Here we have 15 and negative 9, which would make a good positive 6x. And then I'm bringing down my last term, which is negative 5. So notice how I have 3 terms here and 3 terms here. If you will go back to your previous problem, notice how I had 2 terms there and I'd have 2 terms here. Because you're always going to have the same amount of terms because you're multiplying it to each of those terms. Right? Okay. When you're dividing, though, you're only looking at your first 2 terms. So now I'm looking at 2x squared and negative 2x squared. So what do I multiply 2x squared by to make it negative 2x squared? Negative 1. So that means this is negative 1 or minus 1. And then we take this negative 1 and what do we do with it? You distribute it. You multiply to each of these terms. So negative 1 times 2x squared is negative 2x squared. Negative 1 times negative x is positive x. Or positive 1x. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Okay? Then what do? Subtract, which means I'm going to change all these signs. So this one's going to become a positive, this becomes a negative, and this becomes a positive. Yes?
Why do you have to do negative 1 if all the terms would just be the same if you do positive 1?
Because you have to do the process, because you're trying to make these ones the same.
Okay.
I understand like what you're saying, but like the process is this is minus 1, and then you multiply it and then change the signs.
Okay.
Okay, so these cancel. 6x and negative 1x makes 5x, and then negative 5 and 3 makes, there's nothing else to bring down, right? So that is our remainder. So we go plus, and that means I have 5x minus 2 divided by what? So whatever we are dividing by, that's what goes underneath with the remainder. So that is my answer. Okay. Last example. Do you think you guys can do it?
With your help.
How am I going to write this one, you think? So we have x cubed minus 3x minus 25x minus 21. Oh, sorry, this is supposed to be x squared, typo. That's supposed to be x squared. Thank you. Okay. Good catch. You could have a candy later. All right, so what are we looking at? First two terms. So x times what makes x cubed? Where am I going to line that up? Very good. So x squared times x makes x cubed. X squared times 1 makes positive x squared. Then I need to do what? We need to subtract. So we change each of these signs. They both become negatives. These cancel, and negative 3x squared and negative x squared makes what? Very good. Negative 4x squared. And then we bring down our next term, which is negative 25x. I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds to finish this problem on your own. If you get the answer, you can show me on your whiteboard, or I'll walk around a little bit. Okay, so let me finish this up before my time runs out. Okay, so here we go. X times what makes negative 4x squared? Negative 4x, right? So negative 4x times x makes negative 4x squared. And negative 4x times negative 1 makes negative 4x. But then what do I need to do? So this becomes a plus and this becomes a plus. What do I do when I have a negative and a positive? You subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. So this is going to be negative 21x, and then I bring down negative 21. Again, looking at our first two terms. X times what makes negative 21? Negative 21, exactly. Negative 21 times x is negative 21x. Negative 21 times 1 is negative 21, but then I need to do what? Change your signs. These all cancel out. There's no remainder. Therefore, that is your answer. Okay? All right.